What is good, everyone? Welcome to the channel. My name is Paul. I make videos about Japan and I make videos about sneakers. If you come here for the sneaker vids, it's been a while because I haven't been buying shoes, but I have 3 recent pickups that I'm going to show on the channel today. Let me know what you think of these pickups and would they be something you would go for or keep yourself. The first one, actually, if you've seen the channel before, you're going to wonder, wait, didn't you already do a review on these? Well, I curate my sneaker collection. I don't keep a lot of shoes. I get things in hand and then decide, do I really want it? Is it something I'm really going to wear? And then I pass it on if I just don't think it's for me. And this is a pair that I did a review. I really like them. I ended up passing them on, deciding that I wasn't going to keep them. But it's one of the few that I got rid of that I ended up regretting. I decided that this is one that I really should have had. So I got rid of a different pair in my collection, and these were recently restocked on Nike sneakers. Now, back in March, somewhere in the middle of March, there was a sneaker that restocked, which was the Plum Dunks, and I think a lot of people were excited to get those in hand. This is like kind of a cousin pair of those, but I didn't see that it had restocked on sneakers in the US. At least I didn't see any other shoe YouTubers talk about it. So let me know if this shoe also restocked where you are, because it did come out again in Japan. I bought it straight off of the sneakers app. Without further ado, let's pop open the box. It is, in fact, also a Dunk Low, and it is the Dusty Olive colorway. It's really just a nice shoe. I regretted passing it on. The suedes on here are really nice. I love this kind of goldenrod color. It's a muted tone shoe, which makes it really easy to wear. Yes, the yellow absolutely pops, clearly, but I'm a Green Bay Packer fan, so something that's a little bit hint of green and gold, I certainly have no trouble wearing that color scheme, so this is something I'm glad to have gotten back. And they were selling on the resale market for about 30,000 yen or about $250 in Japan, but now they are basically at retail, so I could justify getting at that price, right? So, first pickup was that. Again, let us know, did these restock where you are, or was that only a Japan thing? Because I didn't hear it talked about anywhere else. Second pair, I got through Yahoo Auctions Japan. And this particular seller on Yahoo Auctions is a store that's in Harajuku, Tokyo. It's called Worm Tokyo, Worm Sneaker Shop. And if you're ever in Harajuku, it's an interesting place to go because it's basically a shoe sneaker museum, because they've got some crazy rare and old pairs there. And it's just fun to see all those shoes that you probably won't run across anywhere else very easily. Now, because I got it through auction, I was able to watch the auction and check that the price was going to be something I was willing to pay. And this did not go for very much money, and so I got a pretty good deal on it. If you actually go to their store, though, I would say it's probably one of the more expensive sneaker shops in Harajuku. I can't imagine I'd ever actually buy something from the store itself, because I'll never forget the first time I walked in there, they had a pair of the DJ Khaled, the We The Best Jordan 5s in that kind of pink colorway. And it was in a size that was still sitting on the sneakers app, and they wanted about $100 more for it above retail. And I saw that and I was thinking, how do they justify that? And looking at a lot of the other prices, it seems like they're taxing pretty hard there. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend going there to buy anything, but it certainly is interesting to browse, and there might be a rare old grail there that you're not going to find anywhere else, and you might end up buying something like that. These are a pair of suede mid Air Force Ones, lightly worn. There's basically, that's flying really close. There's absolutely no star loss at all. The bottoms are totally clean. The only way you would know that they have been worn is there is some sock lint in the collar up here. So yeah, they're definitely worn, or I mean, at most they look like they were tried on, to be honest, because the overall condition of the suede and these bottoms This would be really hard to tell that this was worn, but I am a fan of the Air Force One mid. I don't have an issue with wearing a mid cut of this shoe. I know the lows are the most popular, but I like the mid and I like the strap. And I do need another brown pair of sneakers because it's just, you know, a nice subdued look that I can match with almost anything. So this was an easy pickup, and I paid like $35 for these. So an almost brand new pair of Forces for $40. I can't complain about that. Okay, so the last pickup, I got these because I wanted to see them in hand. You can tell right away from the box, it is Off-White and Nike, and it is the Air Force as well. Love the cool, very nice, sturdy, kind of extra feeling box. The Off-White paper, and it is the black and pink pair. Yeah, these are nuts. And the first thing I noticed right away is these are heavy. This is a heavy shoe. I mean, that's completely different. It must be all this extra rubber on the bottom, I'm supposing. Because the upper material is that kind of proprietary mesh. It doesn't feel like that would be very heavy, but man, this is a heavy shoe. They have some kind of like wooden shoe tree in here? No? Okay, these are brand new. And tag still on them. It's a black Nike tag in Japan. So this is one way to tell that it's from Japan. If you pick up a pair of shoes, it'll have the black Nike tag that I know shoes in the States don't have. But these are not something I'm going to keep. This is something that I have a local buyer who is going to pay me a little bit more than I paid to get these. So I'm going to make a tiny bit of profit off of them. But it's cool to see them in hand, but yeah, this is not something for me. This is not something that I could imagine myself wearing, even though I like Air Forces. And finally, one pair of shoes as a bonus pickup. These aren't exactly sneakerhead fashion sneakers. It is a pair of running shoes, but running is one of my hobbies, and I just had to add these at the end because I am so impressed with them. This is the first pair of Brooks running shoes I've ever bought. This is the Brooks Glycerin version 20, which is last year's model. So it's not the most recent, meaning it was cheaper. I bought these off of Amazon actually. And I have to say, not having worn Brooks before, I'm really impressed with how light they are. And the foam, this is the most cushioned ride shoe I've ever run in. I just feel like I'm running on sponges as I go along, and it's so comfortable on my longer runs. I'm not a super skinny running body type guy, and so having a little more cushion, I mean, I just need it for my joints, etc. And this shoe is definitely something. This will not be the last pair of Brooks Glycerin that I buy. I'm very, very much impressed with it and would recommend it to any runner who wants a really soft, cushy, comfy ride, especially if you're a heavier runner. Okay, so there we have it. One pair of Dunk Lows back in the collection. One pair of Air Force Off-White because I wanted to see them in hand, and I already have someone that I'm selling them on to. And finally, a really cheap Air Force mid pickup, barely worn, essentially brand new, and these are going to go straight to the toe for sure. Which one do you like the best? Which one would you most like to have in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. I will try to make more regular sneaker content going forward, but thank you so much for watching this particular video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.